Are you expecting something? A miracle. She's the only one who reads the bulletin. Now what are you expecting? That heightens the expectation. If somebody gives you a sign, a little direction, a reference, a little reminder of where we're going, of what we're doing, of what my purpose is. I know last week you had someone come and talk about your divine purpose. Are you feeling it? That's the voice within you, the feeling of your divine purpose. It's not a lot of words, it's not a lot of concepts. It's not you telling God what God should do for you or how you would like things to show up, so much as having faith that all things work together for good to those who love God, the Spirit, the universe, and are called according to that purpose. All things are working together for good. You just have to have a little faith. Miracles, according to me at least, are the natural result of spiritual law expressing in my world. And so I'm confident, I'm expecting a miracle in each and every situation. Eric Butterworth wrote in this book, Spiritual Economics, regarding faith. Faith is expectancy. That's why I asked Jack and Ori to do that song, Have a Little Faith in Me, in the Christ within. There's something within you that's saying, have a little faith in that. Have a little faith in me. Follow your intuition, follow your heart, follow your guidance, your inner guidance, follow your bliss, follow your joy. Have a little faith in your spiritual experience. You've had a lot of miracles in your life, and you might have just walked right by them. You've had one miracle after another, and you might have ignored them. Have a little expectancy in the miracle. Faith is expectancy. Eric Butterworth says, you do not receive what you pray for, nor even what you say you have faith in, but you always receive exactly what you expect. And that's a feeling. Sometimes the ego will speak first in any given situation, and it'll tell you all the things that can go wrong. And you're talking to yourself saying, and you have to stop and say, wait a minute. What's going on in my heart, in my gut? What's going on inside? What do I really believe? What is really my purpose here? What is really guiding me? Getting in touch with that is the most important aspect for me in allowing spiritual law to express in my world. It's a real practice, and this is practical Christianity. We are putting these principles into practice, and that's our faith. We have faith that it'll work. We don't have blind faith. We try it, it works, and we go, wow, what a miracle. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to expect that that's going to happen in the exact same way. What I'm saying is, according to our unity way of thinking, or at least my way of thinking, the natural result of spiritual law is a miracle. So I'm realistic. I expect miracles. I'm like Wayne Dyer. I'm going to be realistic and expect miracles. Charles Fillmore says in The Revealing Word that this type of faith is the perceiving power of the mind linked with the power to shape substance. Now that's an incredible thing, because now you're taking back your power in the activity of shaping the substance of your life. Everything is made of the divine substance, spiritual energy. We call it God. We call it Holy Spirit. We can call it anything we want, but what is it? It's the actual substance of everything in the universe. And we can shape that substance by the activity and the power of our mind. The New Testament says, in Hebrews, says, faith is the assurance of things hoped for. It's not, I hope it's going to happen, but it might not happen. No, it's the assurance it's going to happen because I say, I am using the power of God within me to bring light into this situation. I guarantee you that prayer that we did, that meditation, is going to start to work. And I invite you to do it at home, and we're going to do it more often here when we're together in a group to create that circle of love spreading out from this place. I want to create that circle of love and light. We have landed like a big rock in the pond, and it's moving outward. And the ripples of our love are going to be felt. We don't have to try to shape the substance according to our fear. We have to shape it according to our faith. The assurance, the confidence of things hoped for. It's also the evidence of things not seen. It's the substance of things not seen. If that unseen reality is our only true reality, then be realistic. Expect a miracle. Be realistic. I would like to read a little bit from Eric Butterworth because he quotes someone else who was actually instrumental in shaping the New Thought movement, and that's Henry David Thoreau. He says this, if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with success unexpected in common hours. He will put some things behind. He will pass an invisible boundary. New universal and more liberal laws will begin to establish themselves around and within him. The old laws will be expanded and interpreted in his favor in a more liberal sense, and he will live with the license of a higher order of beings. Isn't that amazing? What an amazing thinker. He will live with the license of a higher order of being. He will live in the assurance of everything that he's hoping for and in the power to shape the substance. Miracles actually occur naturally as expressions of love. So in that sense, everything that comes from love has to be a miracle. Everything. And so it really makes sense to follow some of these teachings. The Course in Miracles has taught me to teach only love because that's what I am. And if I want to be what I am, and if I want to live with the license of a higher order of beings, I have to practice the principles that higher order of beings practice. So I have to teach only love. The real miracle is the love. It's the love that inspires the actions that you're taking. In that sense, everything that comes from love is a miracle. Everything that comes from love is a miracle. And a miracle can also be explained as a shift in perception. It's a shift from fear to love. So when that shift occurs, your whole world shifts. People shift around you. The universe begins to shift to support you and your dreams and your desires and your relationships and everything, your divine purpose. Everything that you're doing here, the universe is shifting with you because you're shifting out of fear, which blocks the blessings, into love, which welcomes them. So we're shifting in our perception all the time. When things seem fearful, we need to shift into a loving perception. A little humorous shift in my own mind. I drive by this house. There's it has political signs all the time. And And I've been angry at this guy in this house, like, I don't know the guy, but I've been angry at him for like since the election in 2016. And so that's almost 2 years. And every time I go by the house, something triggers in me. Take those signs down. What's the matter with you? Or whatever. And then today I was driving here, and I was with Lily, and I said, I bless that guy. He shows me who not to vote for. I was getting valuable information from this guy. I love it. It's incredible. And so I begin to have a new feeling about him. And I begin to have a new feeling about everybody when I don't have to accept your point of view, but I do have to accept that you have it. I don't have to try to change you or your point of view, but I can do one thing. I can accept who I am, what I believe, and have everything in the universe line up to shift my focus from fear to love. And therefore, I can love you. No matter what you think, believe, or are representing in this world, I can love you. And that's really cool because it's a practical way to put into practice loving your enemies. A lot of times we don't even love our friends. We don't even love our family. How are we going to love our enemies? I love it. I think it was Abraham Lincoln that said the best way to get rid of your enemies is to turn them into friends. Is that Abraham Lincoln? That's the best way to do it, isn't it? That is the absolute best way to do it. And I'm not going to be able to do that when I'm in fear. I have to shift my perception from fear to love. Here's a quote from that famous spiritual teacher, John Bon Jovi. Look at what he has to say. Miracles happen every day. He's saying exactly what I just said. Change your perception of what a miracle is, and you'll see them all around you. You'll see them everywhere. He's actually a really cool guy. He opened a restaurant that there's no prices on the menu. You pay whatever you want. If you don't have money, you can work in the kitchen, or you don't have to, but you're invited to. It's an amazing thing. And a lot of people pay more than they would in a normal restaurant because there's no prices. Isn't that great? They give more. So when you know and feel the miracle that you are, it's another Wayne Dyer quote, you become certain in your being that nothing is impossible for you. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. You can do anything. The whole universe is yours. I want you to understand that. This whole universe is yours. It's a gift to you. The stars, the planets, the moon, the sun, the earth, the people, everything in it. Every book that was written, every song that was sung, every piece of music that was composed, all of it, every work of art, it all was given to you. It was all placed here for you. It's all yours. This whole universe is yours. And the universe is made up of divine substance. So what are you doing to shape that substance? Are you shaping it into images of fear, or are you shaping it into miracles of love? When you know and feel the miracle that you really are, nothing is impossible for you. Shape it into miracles of love. This is the shift, my friends. We're going to stop shaping the world into images of fear. Can we do that together? Will you do that with me? Just stop doing that and start shaping the world into miracles of love. That's a quote. I'll put that in my next book, yeah. I let Lily write the books. I just I give you the book. I just give it to you while I'm talking. So if you don't believe in miracles, perhaps you've forgotten that you are one. You really are. You are a miracle. And each and every one of you, I want to tell you, personally, from me to you, you are a miracle in my life. I ran into Ellen yesterday, sitting back there next to Patricia in Whole Foods. And it was a miracle to run...
Whole paycheck.
It was a miracle to run into you. I just felt so good. I went walking through the store, and this guy said, "Are you the manager?" I said, "No, I'm not." He says, "Well, you walk through the store like you're the manager." Try not to manage too much. I let God manage my life. So no miracle can ever be denied to you, to anyone who knows they're one with God. No miracle can ever be denied to you. If you need a miracle, it's there. Whatever you need, it's there. Get clear in your heart exactly how you want to feel. Let it happen. Because when I imagine my best, amazing life, it always is better. I'm telling you, it always is completely better. But you have to do the visioning first and give it to the Holy Spirit. Allow the universe to bring it into manifestation. It'll always be better than you can imagine. And that's a miracle, is that it is absolutely unimaginable. You're always surprised. You're always going, "Wow, this is incredible. I never thought this would happen." And yet I did. I just never thought it would be this good. I never thought it would be this amazing. God is so amazing, shining through us. Everything is there waiting for you, but it's much better than you can imagine. So when you are one with God, when you know you're one with God, nothing at all could be ever denied to you. Oh, this is great. This is Jack. I'm imagining this as Jack. Isn't that cool? Miracles don't happen to you. There's another Tony quote. They happen through you. Isn't that cool? Now look, Charlie picked this. I love Charlie because he's got a big story just around this little image. The guy's wearing a Tesla something? A colander, yeah. He got it from his kitchen. It's actually a Tesla coil. And he's got 1,000,000 volts of electricity flowing through him while he's playing the guitar. Isn't that cool? So come on, God is flowing through you. 1,000,000 volts of God is available to you in each moment. But you got to be open and let it flow through you. When you try to hold on to it and shape it into your own ideas, you're limiting God. You're limiting the flow. Don't limit the flow. Allow it to flow through you. Let God be so amazing, shining through you. Because she is amazing. God is amazing. That Spirit of the living God is shining through you each and every moment. And I'm beginning to learn that the things that I used to limit the flow with, those are things I can eliminate from my life. I can really eliminate. I've gone on the elimination diet. I'm eliminating fear, anger, frustration, conflict, judgment, big one, envy, and regret, grievances, all those things I'm eliminating, and I'm watching my health and my life improve. So we got a doctor sitting here. Doc, that's my recommendation to you. The prognosis is good. If you eliminate those things from your life, that's when your health and your life is going to improve the most. Remember who you are. Remember that you are the miracle in this situation. And that we can absolutely shift our consciousness from creating images of fear to bringing about and extending miracles of love. It's just that simple. And it's that powerful. The whole universe is yours. You can do with it what you will. When we get together in this type of thinking, I'm not asking for things to happen to me. I'm asking it to happen through me. Because it's an old saying. I don't know if it was Martin Luther King that said, God can only do for you or to you what he can do through you. So if you want something to happen in the world, you have to let it come through you. You are the most important thing right now in the universe because you are the universe becoming aware of itself. You're a transition point of consciousness. The whole universe is aware right now that it's the universe. You thought you were separate. You thought you were this little body. You thought you were this single little personality trapped in sense consciousness. And now you're awake and you're aware that you're actually the universe. You're actually God. You're actually whatever spirit is to you. If you're separate from that, how small are you? How little are you? When you look at the earth, you look at the world, you look at the billions of people, and you think they're all separate from you, and you think the stars and the planets are separate from you, and this thing called God is separate from you, how small are you in that scenario? But when you think of this, that God can flow through you, 1,000,000 volts flowing through this guy here, and he's just playing his song. So that's all I'm asking you guys to do is play your song, be yourself, but let God be amazing, shining through you. Okay? Amen. I love you guys.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass. And visit us online at www.unityoncapecod.org.